Welcome back to Pop Dissected. Today, we're going to be talking about the latest apparent feud surrounding two Disney stars, Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter. To clarify, this video by no means has intent to slander either artist nor pit them against each other, but to try and understand the truth behind the matter and see if there really is someone in the wrong, and additionally see if there is external influence in this apparent feud. Before we begin, I'd like to let you all know that I have officially joined Patreon in order to support myself and my channel. With 3 different levels, you can have the ability to have sole power in picking exclusive video topics, get shoutouts at the end of each video and in my description, have the ability to view videos early, and receive access to a Patreon exclusive podcast where I will freely review albums, tracks, discuss missed single opportunities, rank album tracks, and so much more. You can check out the link in the description. Most notable for her roles in Bizaardvark and now High School Musical the series, Olivia Rodrigo got herself signed to Interscope Records in 2020, a label home to artists such as Lady Gaga, Maroon 5, Lana Del Rey, Eminem, Madonna, and a plethora of other talented artists. Having released a slew of promotional singles throughout 2019 off the High School Musical the series soundtrack, Olivia's debut single, Driver's License, dropped January 8th of this year. Working with only one co-writer, Driver's License has received worldwide acclaim, being favorably compared to works off of Lorde's Melodrama and Taylor Swift's Folklore. With Taylor Swift being a huge influence to Olivia, it's no surprise many critics also noted the track to be reminiscent of Taylor's own work, such as her efforts on Lover and Evermore. Reaching number 1 on 20 official charts, including the Hot 100, Driver's License found most of its traction through the popular social media app TikTok, which has already begun altering the music industry and the way music is consumed, allowing tracks to achieve nearly instantaneous widespread consumption. There's no doubt the track has been fueled by its production, lyricism, raw vocal talent, and easy accessibility. However, there's always more than meets the eye, and there's been speculation the so-called drama we're about to unpack may not truly be drama, but a tactfully organized PR stunt intended for cross-promotion. However, it's hard to say, as this alleged feud has yet to be confirmed, nor denied, nor put to rest by any of the parties involved. Driver's License is speculated to be about Joshua Bassett, who co-starred along Olivia in High School Musical the series, and had a recurring role on Stuck in the Middle. Though never solidified, eagle-eyed fans believe the two to be romantically involved before falling into a breakup. This was further to be believed following this Instagram post. It was only a matter of time before Joshua was seen on an apparent date with Sabrina Carpenter, former star of Disney's Girl Meets World. Interestingly enough, Sabrina has also taken major inspiration from both Taylor Swift and Lorde. Subject aside, the rumors of Driver's License potentially discussing Sabrina were fueled when the lyric about that blonde girl was originally about a brunette. Olivia has stated the story of the song provides a universal appeal to people's emotions, and the detailings of who it's about isn't all that important. She went on not to address any rumors, rather focusing on how her own track can be a source of healing for those who listen to it. It's important to note that Joshua and Sabrina have been linked with each other back to the summer of 2020, and upon Joshua releasing his track Anyone Else, he sings of falling for someone he's close friends with, despite that person already being in a relationship. Coincidence or not, all the information seemingly points to this potentially being about Sabrina. With all the information we have, it's really hard to believe anything is coincidental. This apparent three-way feud only took a wrong turn around the release of Joshua's self-written track, Lie, 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 which dropped on January 14th of this year and failed to chart on the Hot 100. Lyrically, the track describes someone who has been lying about him, with the music video featuring Joshua driving in a car. I mean, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to interpret this potential dig at Olivia. Now this leads us to Sabrina Carpenter, whose brand new single Skin dropped on January 22nd of this year and has yet to make an impact on the charts or has failed to enter. Skin has Sabrina describing how she wants to move on and let go of a particular situation and doesn't want it to affect her, with lyrics including maybe blonde was the only rhyme and don't drive yourself insane. It's no mystery why Skin is believed to be a response to Driver's License. Sabrina has gone on to say how her own track encompasses various experiences, but made a point to add how it does address a specific situation. Once more, we can draw our own, likely reasonable conclusion based off this. Joshua additionally praised Skin on his Instagram story, which definitely could have led to some mixed feelings from fans and the parties involved. However, there's one more track that was released by Joshua, Only a Matter of Time, released January 28th. With this, these 4 tracks all dropped within 20 days of each other, which is interesting to say the least. The track was written in the summer of the previous year, apparently during his breakup with Olivia and when he allegedly began seeing Sabrina. Though he's spoken how the track focuses on the toxicity social media can bring, with all we know, there could be more to the story. Now that we have all the information, and I hesitate to say facts as everything is alleged at this point, but as stated, the coincidences are too clear to be interpreted, in my opinion. So let's address the big question. Is this just a huge PR stunt organized by label executives? Both Olivia and Sabrina are signed under Universal Music Group, which the labels Interscope and Island Records both belong to. So it wouldn't necessarily be a stretch to say the releases may have some higher up manipulation behind them. Joshua, however, is signed to Warner Records under Warner Music Group. It's interesting why Joshua would have 2 singles released one after the other, unless they were put out to promote each other in the midst of this seeming love triangle, thus adding fuel to the fire. Now let's clarify. This is not about picking sides. It's practically irrelevant, considering we don't have full detail of everything that's gone down. There's several things that tie these artists together aside from their alleged love triangle: quickly timed and overlapping releases, and Disney Channel. With Olivia's somewhat successful All I Want releasing November 25th of 2019, the track went on to be certified gold and reach a peak of 90 on the Hot 100. With her growing fame, it only made sense for her, as with literally any Disney star, to burst out into the music industry full force. With rumors of alleged feuds in the mist, press is press, and that equals popularity, in theory. The powerhouse of Driver's License was not something that could be replicated. While I don't really think Joshua nor Sabrina are behind any type of PR manipulation, I wouldn't put it past their labels and their managers to be, unbeknownst to them. However, the efforts to capitalize on this seeming drama clearly hasn't panned out. Both Sabrina and Joshua's songs are being talked about, not because of the music nor their songwriting ability. It's all being tied back to Driver's License, thus only pushing that song even further in its success. So one could wonder, are higher-ups organizing this just in favor of Olivia Rodrigo, without consideration of Sabrina or Joshua? Sabrina Carpenter's music career, in terms of chart notability, has been on the decline since it began. She saw success with her album Evolution, peaking at 28 on the Billboard 200. However, her 4 records she's released have been under Hollywood Records, a label notorious for picking and choosing who they want to succeed. So one can only hope under Island Records she'll gain some actual traction. One has to ask, if she never had the leverage before, why would Island Records put in an exorbitant amount of effort to promote her, when they can just use her to push an artist that they will profit from more? It sounds cruel, but the music industry behind the scenes can be like that. It's an industry, and artists are their products. As for Joshua Bassett, he has made no impact on any charts in the United States, which could back up the idea that this apparent feud is being highlighted by industry executives to push one artist, that artist being Olivia. But let me ask you, what do you think of the tracks released, and which is your favorite? Do you believe in any sort of feud, or do you think this is in fact being puppeteered behind the scenes? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe for more future content on all your favorite pop stars, and check out my Patreon.